What's up? How y'all doing? I'm doing great. Hopefully y'all washing your hands. Hopefully you have before you started now. Now, I've been asked this question a bunch of times by a couple of friends and just some of the people that I've worked with because I'm just very familiar around that area or experienced. And I figured it's time to, make a video about it and answer via video. Why not? Here we are. Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, please, I'm not gonna ask you to like, subscribe, or do any of that until you watch this whole thing. So please stick with me the entire time and then decide at the end if you like it, don't like it, and wanted to subscribe because that's what you're gonna do, right? Right? That's what you're gonna do, right? All right, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Fernando. Welcome to SWES Productions. And I'm hopefully gonna answer this question for a lot of you guys that may have this question. But the question is, what type of camera should I buy? Now, this question can be answered many different ways just because a lot of times people think that to get a camera is because you want to go professional, you want to be a professional photographer or videographer, like in my case where that's what I do is video, but that's not the answer that I'm going for right now. There's plenty of videos as to what specs and processors and image sensors are. There's plenty of guys that are doing that and they're doing a phenomenal job. That's not me. I'm here for those that are just your average, regular, general consumers, nothing fancy or anything, just what is good and what works. For this specific question, I'm aiming towards those that are either A, shy when it comes to filming in public, and specifically filming just because that's what I do. Pictures are good too, but those that are shy in public and don't want to be too flashy when it comes to taking out your camera to record or even take some shots here and there. And then the second group of people would be for those that either A, don't have a lot of money to spend, or B, don't want to spend a lot of money. Because your typical DSLRs just to start out with are roughly $600, $700, $800. I mean, yeah, you can get them cheaper, but if you want a good one to start out with, you're looking at that price point. So those two groups I'm talking to right now. Everybody else, I mean, hang in there. I might make a video for you too. Now again, this is for those that are trying to just record or vlog. You're trying to do something out in public and you're just a little too shy about pulling out a big camera. I mean, even then this is really small considering how mirrorless or DSLRs go. Mirrorless tend to be a lot smaller, but in general, you don't want to pull something out like this as you're doing your thing. And I understand, I've been there, I am there. And you kind of have to get over it eventually, but there's a baby step that you can take towards doing so, because beyond getting comfortable in public, you have to get comfortable with yourself. And then the other group, you just don't want to spend that much money, because you spend $600, $700, and that's not counting lenses that you want to add on later. Your lenses can go anywhere from $150 to a couple $1,000s. What good is all that money and all those lenses and options if you just want to point and shoot, point and record, and that's kind of it. Again, keyword, the general consumers, I'm talking to you. So what type of camera do I recommend? This right here, the GoPro. It's I know, chill, relax, chillations. It's an odd choice just due to the fact that these were aimed towards action, henceforth the action camera phrasing or term that it takes. But it's not the case. It isn't just action. I mean, it is, but the definition of action is not what you think. It's not just extreme sports or doing crazy stunts. It's a lot more than that. Bear with me. Now, the clear definition of action within the dictionary itself is the process of doing something, typically to achieve aim or your goal. It's plain and simple, it's just doing. It's actually taking that step forward to making your ideas come to fruition. Making your ideas come to fruition, come to real life. All these ideas that are in your head that you keep thinking about that would be a great video, this little thing makes it really easy to do so, just because you don't have to think about it too much. You don't have to think about, man, do I want to carry this thing around because it's so big, your typical cameras. Obviously not in this situation. Again, action, just doing something, going and doing and chasing what you're aiming for. I mean, this is why I recommend the GoPro, because of these two groups of people. If you're too shy to pull out your DSLR, if you're too shy to actually be carrying around this big old not clunky, but chunky camera, look at this thing. It's tiny. It's literally a matter of this. It looks like you're holding nothing. And I know, I understand, we have our phones, but our phones they're bigger. They're bigger than what a GoPro really is. So those that are shy, easier to hold this thing up. And those that don't want to spend a lot of money, those that don't have a lot of money to spend, you can get one of these for $200 brand new at your local Best Buy. You can get them for even cheaper, used. This is a GoPro Hero 6, I believe. 7 and 8 are already out. Brand new, those can go up to $400, but the basic GoPro Hero 7 Silver, I think is what I saw on Best Buy, $200. I'll link it in the description just so you guys can check it out yourself, but $200, you can't go wrong with that. And it's definitely a viable option, especially when you're considering the DSLRs that typically, like I said before, start within that $600 range, $600, $700, $800. I spent, I think $700 on the camera I'm shooting on right now, which is a Canon DSLR 2, and I think I spent roughly around the same thing for the Canon EOS M50 that I had in my hand. This guy here. So right there I spent an easy $1,400 plus tax. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk pros and cons. Nothing's perfect. This camera that I'm filming on isn't perfect, and this thing definitely isn't perfect. So let's go ahead and talk about the imperfections and some of the things that can lead to perfection. Pro number 1. By the way, most of this video I've been holding this in my hand, if you haven't noticed. Small form factor. It's tiny, it's easy to carry, easy to put in your pocket and just kind of forget about it and then pull it back out whenever you want to record something. Form factor, big plus. Pro number 2, it is waterproof. This camera that I'm filming on isn't waterproof. This thing is. You want some cool underwater shots? You got it. You want to film in the rain? You got it. You want to, I don't know, pee on it? I guess you got it. Sure, why not? Pro number 3, going back to the size and the form factor, is the fact, which I guess you can put them together, but you can do multiple angles. You can literally put this thing in so many tight, small, cramped spots that your typical camera doesn't fit in. Pro number 4 is the accessories that let you mount this thing anywhere. Literally, I've mounted it on my skateboard, I've mounted it on my chest, my head, I've put it even on an oar when I've gone canoeing, just to get those nice different angles, back to the angles, but to be able to kind of give it more versatility with how you shoot, you know. So mounting, big pro. Number 5, not to go too much further with pros, we'll stop at 5, is the image stabilization that these things have. These GoPros, the DJI Osmo as well. This isn't specific for GoPros, it's action cameras, but those are the only 2 I know. The GoPros are really good at having steady shots. When it comes to you just filming and walking around, it's really good at eliminating those footsteps. If you're trying to run and capture something in a faster motion, it's really good at trying to take out a lot of that shakiness that you get from your typical camera without the gimbal, without a stabilizer, you know. It makes it, again, easy to go ahead and shoot even cinematic shots. You want those smooth pans and whatnot. You got it, you got it, you got it. Ooh, I wasn't even looking. All right, now let's talk cons, because nothing is perfect. All right, let's talk cons. Con number 1, which is probably the number 1 reason I don't record on this all the time, is the microphone. The onboard mic that this thing has is terrible. So right now what you're listening to is a Rode Micro. It's an external mic that's attached to my camera via 3.5mm jack, which GoPros don't have them, unfortunately. And then this, as you can see, switching over, is what the GoPro sounds like, the onboard mic. It's not great. It's, you know, that's what it is. It just sounds a little muffled sometimes, maybe eerie, echoey, especially when water gets involved. It sounds even worse, but I mean, what mic sounds good underwater? There is a way around it. You can buy an adapter to go ahead and get a 3.5mm jack so you can use an external mic, but at that point you're kind of adding cost to this thing and doing a little extra and too much for what should be already at least better than what it is. Onboard mic, sound quality, bleh. Con number 2 is that there isn't a front-facing screen. You can't see yourself when you're trying to vlog, unfortunately. You can with the DJI Osmo Action. I think that's what it's called. That's me turning it off. But with the GoPros at the $200 price point, you cannot see yourself. So unfortunately, kind of just aiming, but not seeing any front screen on it whatsoever, as you can see here, unlike most cameras do. Alright, con number 3 would be the small sensors that these things have. Image quality isn't going to be up to par with your typical Canons and Sonys. You just kind of have to expect it. With the small form factor, you can't really get a large image sensor in it. Along with that is that fact that you don't get like this nice little kind of bokeh thing going on in the background where it gets nice and blurry. That typically adds to quality when it comes to your videos. You're not gonna get it, unfortunately, with the GoPros. You kind of get just a flat image, and that's pretty much it. So none of this beautiful, closer you get, background blur that you see there. So, and yeah, there's more cons, but to be honest, it becomes perspective on what you need, because at the end of the day, this thing will point and shoot. You can just pick it out of your pocket and just start filming. But the whole idea of this video is for those that are general consumers that just want to use something dedicated to filming that's not your phone. This is a viable option. It's small, it's cost efficient, and it's a nice first baby step towards going to the bigger cameras at that point. That's my answer. Again, this is for those that are either shy or don't want to spend too much money. I'd recommend the GoPro, any GoPro, or the DJI Osmo Action. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. Please let me know now at this point. Did you like this video? Did you not like this video? Tell me, let's fight, let's argue, let's discuss. If you want to talk in real time though, go follow me on my Twitch channel, SDS_Berserk. Link is in the description, where we can go ahead and chat it all up about cameras, technology, or just gaming in general, because I love playing Overwatch. That's all I do. Please don't forget to subscribe, check out my other content, because this is the first of its kind. My other stuff is vloggy, kind of random crap, but hey, you'll probably laugh, fart, and burp, but who knows? Thank you guys for watching. I hope this answered any questions that you had, and after all of this, thank you guys so much for taking the time to see what I see. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Decide on, you know, this answer. What you choose, Pikachu. Damn it. Hey, what's up? For those that want to vlog, this is a big one because I feel like, personally, I mean, I never really, I just noticed that mother this entire time.